Stop searching for the shortcut. Success doesn't happen overnight, but it can happen in 365 small steps. Once upon a time, nestled in the quiet, scenic foothills of a small American town, lived a young man named Ryan. Ryan was bright, brimming with entrepreneurial dreams, and yearned to achieve significant success in his life. He was a highly motivated starter, eager to make a mark. However, like many ambitious people, Ryan had one critical flaw: an overwhelming desire for instant gratification. When success didn't materialize quickly, when his attempts at learning a new skill didn't make him an expert in a week, or his startup didn't turn profitable in the first quarter, he would lose heart and spiral into self-doubt. Ryan often found himself thinking, maybe success isn't meant for me. Maybe I'm just not lucky or talented enough. One dreary afternoon, after abandoning yet another failed project, he walked out in deep frustration. He ended up near a sprawling old oak tree at the edge of a park. There, he saw a kind-faced elderly gentleman sitting peacefully. Ryan slumped down beside him, letting out a loud, defeated sigh. The old man looked at him with gentle eyes and said, "You seem troubled, son. What's weighing so heavily on your mind?" Ryan replied, his voice heavy with disappointment. "I've been trying so hard to change my life, to make something happen, but nothing ever seems to stick. I always start strong, but then I fail and give up, again and again. I'm just exhausted."
The old man's parable. The old man smiled warmly, the crinkles around his eyes deepening. "Allow me to share a little story with you, Ryan," the old man began. "There was once a young boy who was determined to become a competitive swimmer. On his very first day at the community pool, he tried to sprint across the deep end, but ran out of breath and barely made it halfway. The other swimmers chuckled, and the boy felt completely humiliated. He decided right then and there he would quit and never swim again. Ryan leaned in, captivated by the tale. But the next day, the old man continued, his coach stopped him and offered a piece of profound advice. The coach said, "You don't need to be perfect today. You don't need to be a champion right now. You just need to be 1% better than you were yesterday." The boy was confused at first, but he tried again the following day. He focused on his form and swam just a little further, maybe a foot or two. The next week, he lasted a few seconds longer underwater. The next month, he could confidently cross half the pool. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, those small, consistent 1% improvements began to compound. The old man paused for effect, then said softly, "Ryan, the true secret to monumental success is not in attempting giant leaps once. It's in performing small, simple actions with relentless consistency. If you commit to improving just 1% every single day, mathematically, you will be nearly 37 times better in a year. That is the incredible, silent power of incremental progress." Those words struck Ryan with the force of a sudden realization. He realized his real obstacle wasn't failure, it was impatience and the self-destructive pursuit of shortcuts over steady, sustainable growth. That night, Ryan made a solid promise to himself. "I will embrace the 1% improvement rule." He started small. He read 3 pages of a difficult book daily. He committed to exercising for just 15 minutes before work. He dedicated 10 minutes to planning his day. Individually, these tasks looked insignificant, almost trivial, but day after day, week after week, Ryan started feeling stronger, more confident, and incredibly focused. The small habits, once a chore, became an automatic part of his routine. Months flew by. The seemingly small disciplines had completely reshaped his mental and physical landscape. One evening, now invigorated and successful in his new venture, he returned to the same old oak tree to thank the wise old man, but the man was gone. In his place, tucked into the roots of the tree, was a small, handwritten note. It simply read, Remember, Ryan, great dreams are built not with one massive effort, but with thousands of tiny, consistent steps. Keep improving, even if it's just 1% a day. Ryan smiled, folded the note, and put it in his wallet. He whispered, "Thank you." From that day forward, whenever life felt daunting or the urge for instant gratification returned, Ryan reminded himself, you don't have to be the best today. You just need to be better than you were yesterday. Friends, remember this universal truth. You don't have to take giant, intimidating leaps to revolutionize your life. Just take one small, focused step every single day. Every inch of progress counts. Success is not about speed. It's about the unstoppable force of consistency. Embrace the 1% principle.